big up on land. Hola. So down on the boat, it's Sunday afternoon. Tony spent a couple of days down here working and pulling things apart. So I'm going to show you inside, and then he's going to talk you through what he's found in there and potentially what's going to happen to try and get this fuel tank out. So here we go. Okay, so section of the floor is out so you can get in there. Cupboards come out of there. I'm going to the engine on this side, and then we've got one fuel tank on that side over there, and then we've got, this is the problem fuel tank over here. So Tony, tell me what the plan is.
The fuel tank is too big to come out past the engine or the hole in the floor, so I'm going to try and cut the fuel tank in half and take it out in two halves, so we can hopefully repair it and then put two smaller tanks back in.
That's the plan.
Is the plan.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that goes. So that line there, you can see,
is the centre.
Yep.
And I'm going to cut either side so I can get my arm in there with the tool to cut through the inside of the fuel tank.
Okay, well, let's see how we go. All right. So one of the problems we've come across is that we tried to get the plans, the original plans for the boat, so that we could see how big this fuel tank was. And so we eventually got a set of plans, but as it turns out, the fuel tank is actually 65 centimetres longer than what the plans say. So that in itself has been a little bit of a problem trying to get the thing out. Homemade. That's inside the fuel tank. So we're back. Today is Monday morning. We cut the hole. We didn't do anything. Tony cut the hole out of the front. Today he's going to use the grinder, angle grinder, Tony? Yeah. Angle grinder, and cut the rest of the tank. And hopefully by lunchtime today we may have those two pieces of tank out. Fingers crossed.
What? I don't know if I'm still going to get this.
And now there's a really big hole.
It's still not going to be big enough, I don't think.
But we still don't think it's going to fit. Update. Tank has been cut in half. It still won't fit through the hole. So now Tony is removing, Tony?
The cooling system to the gearbox.
The cooling system to the gearbox, which he wanted to take out but not yet. But anyway, so he's going to remove all of that and see if the hole is then big enough to get half of a tank through. Remembering which hose goes where. There is black Nico, which goes to the back on the pipe. Black is back. Okay, so no, still doesn't fit. So now we have to move the exhaust. So we'll take that off. Not we, I'm kind of helping. Yep. Take that off and maybe then we'll be able to lift it out of the hole. So he's been at this for about 3/4 of an hour. And finally, it looks like that stupid big black pipe thing is going to move. Please.
Oh, that's why it's expensive.
Da! It's off. Ta-da! Is it beer o'clock yet?
There's none in the fridge.
No, I know.
But yeah, the water, it's a double, we call it a jacket, water jacket, and it puts the water to the exhaust gases to keep them cool.
So we didn't want to break that.
No, that's why it's so expensive. There's all holes in here all the way around.
Okay.
Because that's straight out the turbo, that's hot as hot. Believe we may have found our problem. This is how they've fitted the rubber underneath the fuel tank with stainless steel screws all the way around.
We took everything off over here and some, and it would come through except that piece of floor that's hinged won't let it through. But of course they've laid the floor over the top of the hinges, so now we have to cut the floor out to get that little piece of floor off, so that hopefully we can then pull the tank out. Yeah, Grandma, it's out. It's only taken, we got here at about 9:30 and it's now 2:15. And it looks like this is our leak. There it is. And it looks like this, where are we? Isn't too far behind. But half of it is out. Yay! And that little sneaky bit that's coming out there, that's part 2. Second half of said fuel tank that needs to be removed. Let's see if this takes less than 5 hours. And there is part 2. Happy face, Captain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hole's big enough, we'll get 2 fuel tanks.
again. Hey. So we're having a bit of a day off the boat day today. Tony's got some paint repair work to do down the beach, and then tomorrow he's got some window tinting to do. So we're having today off, but I thought I'd just kind of let you know what the last couple of days has been like trying to get this tank out. So it took Tony probably 6 hours to even get to the tank. To get to the tank, he had to remove the hot water system. He had to take the exhaust off the genset. He had to remove the water pump, the filters and all the plumbing for the boat. He had to remove the generator fuel lines and all the main fuel lines for the boat. So then he had to remove the actual wall that was in front and any of the bits of whatever they could find to keep that wall up. It was kind of a bit of a mix mash of all sorts of things in there holding that wall up. The actual cutting of the tank probably took an hour to cut that in half with the grinder and the sawzall and the jigsaw. And then it took 5.5 hours yesterday for us to get that tank out in the 2 pieces. But it's out and we've taken it to Parky's and he's going to do his magic and turn it into 2 a little bit smaller tanks so that when we're ready to put them back in, hopefully it will be a lot easier than getting the things out. So I just thought I'd just share that little bit with you so that you kind of understood the process and how long it took to get that out. And while the boat's out of the water, we decided that this would be a good time for us to take a bit of a holiday. So we're off to Thailand for 3 weeks on Sunday, and supposedly when we get back the tank will be nearly ready to put back in, along with all the other things that we had to take out. So anyway, so that's kind of the end of the story for now until we get home for holidays, and then I'll be sure to let you know where we're up to getting it all back together. And of course we have to have her antifouls as well before we can put her back in the water. So cheerio for now, and we'll talk again soon. See ya.